Well, we're about to take this a little bit further as far as our organization. So here in this event, and remember the event is a container for all of the media in that event. Well, it doesn't have to be all of the media in your entire project. No, it can't. Here's a still, here's some video, and if we remember, we got some audio down here, and that's cool. And then here's some B-roll. It's just all kind of thrown in there. Well, let's do a little strategy here. Suppose we said instead of project one event holding every single thing, suppose we did this. We want to be in the project library because the library is really is the entire sum of all of your media: audio, stills, video, projects, and that sort of your timelines. Suppose we did this. Suppose we made a new event. So let's do that. File, new event, or you could use the option in, and it's defaulting to today. Suppose we did this, and I think you're going to see where we're going with this. Suppose we said project one audio. If I can spell it. Hey, I can't see that far. Okay. Oh, I think you see where I'm going with this, right? So let's do it again. Another one. New event. And we're going to name this Project 1 Stills. Oh, yeah. I think you see where I'm going with this, don't you? And so let's do one last one. What do you think that would be? New event. And we'll call this Project 1 Video. And you could say video B-roll, for instance, and then you could say main. You could also say Project 1 Video Oral Histories if you had more than one. So yeah, you can see where I'm going with this. This is cool, and this will work. So here we are in our, let's just say, here's our stills. So let's import some media here. Yeah, and we're going to go in these, see down here. So let's just find something really quick here. There we go. Okay, let's take this one, and I'm holding down the command to do multiple selections and import those into what? Remember, here it is, Project 1 Stills. Watch out that you get it in the right place. And there you go. So, ooh, take a look at this. Cool, huh? Well, guess what? We could actually just put that, we can drag that down here. Yeah, you see where I'm going there. I'm going to play through.
Yes, I was born and raised in Gainesville.
Okay. And we had a bit of a jump. It's not a great timeline there. And you can, this is, I can't even, I still am amazed how easy this is now in iMovie because this was never the case before. So count your blessings. And remember, we can adjust the slider up here, and it makes a really nice fade in. So very cool. And the slider down here. And there's no audio, obviously, with a still. So how does that work? It can do it, whatever you have in these events, you can just use all of this media to create your main timeline, which in this case is Project 1, right? So very cool. And of course you can slide that around and highlight and delete. So let me point out something here that you may have noticed. Those images were actually created in 2012, so this is something you can't really control. It's giving you like all the media in 2014 that was taken, and it knows this because the camera timestamps it in the background, and in this case too. So that's why it separated it this way, just in case you were wondering. So the video, the same way, or rather the audio, you would import some in, and this is how you could keep everything a little more organized rather than this, which, we have everything in there, and that can be somewhat frustrating. But, if you don't have tons of it, it might work for you. And really, iMovie is not made for heavy-duty professional editing. So this might, this might be fine for you. Or if you find you're going to have a lot of stills and audio, it might be better to just keep them in, separately. So that's up to you. And that is just a handy organizational tool to remember. Let me show you one more cool trick about organization that I forgot to add on last time, and that's, if you recall, we have our stills, we have our B-roll, and we have our audio, and then we have our original event that has all of these combined. And remember, we decided that might be a bit much to deal with. Well, watch what you can do here. This is a piece of B-roll right here. And let's just say we want to move this. So I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to drag it into this other event that says B-roll. So here I go, and boom, it's gone. But look down here in the B-roll, and there it is. So, I mean, that's possible. You can, here's the project one, the main one with all of these, and you can continue to do this. And I'm going to just put that right in the B-roll. This was another B-roll, put that in there, so you see, that's cool. And here's our original clip for our entire oral history interview. So we'll leave that there, but oh, look, we have a still here. Let's put it back here in the stills, and it disappears from there. And here's our audio, so let's put it right here in the audio. And that's why you can just kind of, if you wanted to, you could do that. Okay, and everything is still fine. By the way, I did import some audio while you weren't looking, and since it was created in 2013, it went in and created a section for 2013. Taking organization a little bit further, here's a really interesting aspect that you can do. We learned how you can drag the different media into the different events, and that's wonderful. But you can take this a step further, and watch this. We can literally take an event, like here's an event, and it's got some media in there, and here's another one, and it's got a lot more. Why, you can literally drag this event into this one, and it combines the media into one event. And so let's take a look here at the one, and it named it according to the second one. So I should say, when the events are merged, the one you pick up and drag it into the other one, that's what it's going to be called. And so here we have, look, we have all of the media is merged there, and I'm going to do Command Z and undo that, and there it comes back. And iMovie doesn't display what they are, so you can click and hit the space bar. It plays what they are. But there is another way you can do this to identify your clips. So let's see how you do this. And we haven't talked about this before, but this is our adjustment bar over here. So if you toggle it back and forth, which you can just by where it says adjust, just click and just toggle it back and forth. So let's leave it on. But if you wanted to know what this was, you would just hit the I for information. And look, it does give you the name of the clip. And it tells you the duration. And here we have, these are just, it doesn't really actually have a name, but it does give you the duration. And I'm clicking in there, and again, it gives you the kind of industrial title. If you wanted to, you should have named it way back when you imported it, and it would have imported it at that title name. And this works for, let's look at the B-roll as well. You see just clip 3, clip 8. Keep watching up here when I clip. And there we have that. And it gives the date too. So that's really, really handy. Let's go back and see what happens to our, our oral history clip when we click on that. And sure enough, that is the name of it, and it tells us 14 minutes.